Don't not be Thibodeau. And here it comes. It's about to come in. Oh my God. They didn't. They took Sauce Gardner. Oh my God, they don't want an edge. Maybe he likes Jermaine Johnson at 10. Then we're not going to get a wide receiver?
Garrett Wilson, wide receiver. Oh my God, no edge.
Who was sitting there
just waiting? The Jets traded up. Are we taking JJ? Are we taking JJ? Because I know Braden is in New Zealand saying, we should get Lily, Mike. He's definitely saying that. JJ! We got Johnson! We got Johnson at 26! We got Johnson at 26! This is great! Yes! They took Roger McCreary. They didn't take Dean. We traded up. We can get Nakobe Dean. It really is. They took Breece Hall. Wow. I mean, look, I love Breece Hall. But there's also Jeremy Ruckert, who I think is the best tight end in the class personally. They took Jeremy Ruckert. Yes! We got a Jeremy. Oh, and the Jets pick, and it's Max Mitchell, offensive tackle. We needed that. Wow. We took Michael Clemens. I never heard of him. A defensive edge. Welcome to the pre-show. Who are the Jets? Everything's upside down. It doesn't make any sense. We're not the team that comes from behind by 10 points in the fourth quarter. We're the team that blows a 10-point lead in the fourth quarter. Something's not right. Did I get hit in the head with a coconut? Am I not seeing things clearly? Something happened to the New York Jets. I don't know if it was Green Bean yelling at me to stop being negative. You're bringing us down, man. I don't know if it was that. I don't know if it was Mo Dean being the positive one. Or maybe it was just Buffalo Jet fan coming into the chat and saying, we're going to win this, guys. And it was like a life as I was drowning in the ocean. Buffalo Jet fan came in, and me and Francois, we're gurgling water, ready to just let ourselves sink to the ground. And suddenly this little round white thing came to grab onto. And I hooked my arm on it, and it dragged me. And then suddenly hands were pulling me up onto a boat. And I looked up, and I saw Zach Wilson throwing this beautiful pass to Corey Davis. And then another to Corey Davis. And then one to Garrett Wilson, and he kept running. And he wouldn't get tackled. And then Conklin actually caught it. And then Corey Davis again for a touchdown. And every pass was perfect. And just when the water was coming out of my mouth, and air started to come through, and there was life, Sauce Gardner got his hand in and knocked the ball up. Who was it? Whitehead, I think, who caught it. I think that was the one that he got. Yeah. And he took the ball. And we had the ball. And then Zach Wilson again. Perfect throw after perfect throw. And then Breece Hall said, I am not a little rookie boy. I'm a man. And then the goal line on the first play, he pushed and he fought and he struggled. And he got to the 2-yard line or the 1.5-yard line. And then maybe the 3-yard line. And then he got the ball again, and he struck it out over that goal line. And the refs, they tried to take it away from us. But no. The officials of the replay saw the ball break the line like the rest of the country, except for every Pittsburgh fan who magically saw it differently, and called it a touchdown. And with 18 seconds left, they made it hard for us. They put a scare into us. But LaMarcus Joyner picked up his second interception. And suddenly, Buffalo Jet fan was a genius. Green Bean wanted his receipts, and he got them in a big way. Red super chat way. Something I may never feel or experience. I don't know. Hint, hint. And suddenly we had life. because this 1-3 should have been 0-4 if not for the miracle. If not for the miracle. 0-4 was not 0-4. We were 2-2. And suddenly we split those 4 games that seemed impossible when we first saw the schedule. Remember that idiot, the college quarterback who never became nothing? What's his name? Quinn? Whatever the hell his name is. I think the Jets are going to go 0-9. I don't believe in Zach Wilson, even though I never had a successful pass in the NFL because I am a loser. Well, now he's a loser as an analyst because as much as the win, as much as the 2-2, Zach Wilson, for those 2 drives, looked like an NFL quarterback, but not just any NFL quarterback. He looked like an elite NFL quarterback. Does that mean he'll always be elite and he'll always play exactly at that level? No. But does it show he has the ability to play at an elite level? Yes, because we saw it in front of our eyes. The accuracy I screamed about, that people were torturing me with. You don't know what you're talking about, Chaos. You wrote those stupid articles for Green Bean, and you're wrong. Where's the accuracy? Where's the accuracy? That was BYU, Jeremy. And in the fourth quarter, we saw the accuracy. Not just catchable balls, but perfectly threaded balls that were perfectly placed that allowed our receivers to run and get yak. I learned that from Joe Blewett. Yards after catch. We got those. It all came together for us. And now we have a different kind of hope. We have a hope that could be our Zach Wilson moving forward. Not just in the fourth quarter, but a Zach Wilson that throws BBs all game long. He'll struggle like every quarterback in the world has struggled, but I'm talking about most of the time, consistently throwing beautiful passes all over the field because he's feeling it. He finally got out of his head and he realized just play the position, Zach, because the talent is there. Stop thinking and play, because that's what he did in the fourth quarter. He wasn't thinking about the progression. I got to do this. I got to do this. 1, 2, 3, step back, and I got to go this and do that. No, he snapped the ball. He just played football. He snapped the ball. He knew what the play was and where people should be, and he found the open guy, and he didn't hesitate. He was decisive, and he launched the ball. And when he does that, we saw what it looks like. We saw what it looks like. We got a quarterback, people. We got a quarterback. We just need him to build and stack on that. And I'll tell you, except for that preseason interception right before he got hurt, those last 2 weeks of practice in the spring, he looked damn good. He looked really good. So this is not a fluke. I felt this coming. This is what we could have, and it changes the outlook of every game. Because if Zach could play at that kind of level more consistently, it changes everything. We have enough talent on this team with Zach Wilson playing at that level that we will challenge everyone. Even Buffalo, Adam. Even Buffalo. If he could play like that, even Buffalo. Yet alone Miami and Green Bay, who barely beat New England with the third-string quarterback. Now I'm starting to talk like Rich Eisen. Disregard Papa. Thoughts on Laken Tomlinson has been improving ever since his abysmal performance during week 1 and is now doing okay. I think he's getting used to the people next to him. I think the first game, it's the same system, but maybe he was just getting used to the ins and the outs and the feels and the wheels. But yeah, he's getting better. But I think he'll be fine. I think Laken will be fine. I think he's already becoming one of the strengths of the team. But the real blossom and explosion so far of this year is AVT. AVT went from I guess he's not going to be a superstar rookie. He's just okay. but he's getting better to AVT might be as good as any guard in the NFL right now. I mean, he is an absolute beast. He moved over to tackle, and he did a great job. So not only do we have somebody who's playing great in the guard position, he's an animal against the run, but we have a guy who could step in and play tackle and do it at the NFL level. So we're good in that position. We just need our tackles back so we can move him back to guard. But he might be a future tackle. You know, if there's a guard out there one day or in the draft in the second round that's special and right away looks great, you can go Lincoln and that other guard. And suddenly you got AVT. Becton will compete for the job when he comes back. Dwayne Brown still has a year on the contract. Do we re-sign Fant? I don't know. Yes or no. We'll see. But suddenly we might have some interesting questions for next season, right? But right now I want to talk about this season. Right now I want to talk about Zach Wilson and Garrett Wilson. It took till the fourth quarter, but somebody finally introduced the two. And I like what I saw. We finally got the Corey Davis we saw in the second half of the first game last year. We finally got the Corey Davis that we signed, that we got all excited about last year before the season. We saw a Corey Davis that was explosive and unstoppable. A guy who showed you why people pushed and argued he could be a number one. And if he was on the Chicago Bears, he would be the number one. He would. He'd be the number one receiver on the Chicago Bears. He'd be the number one receiver on the New York Giants. He'd be the number one receiver on Dallas. I'll say it. He would. He's better than that young kid he's okay, that young guy. It was a rookie last year. What the hell's his name? He's okay. He's no Corey Davis. Not this year. Maybe you could make an argument. I don't know. But still, you know my point. My point is we have Garrett Wilson, Elijah Davis, and Corey Davis, or Elijah Moore and Corey Davis. It's ridiculous. And Berrios, by the way, if you forget, runs every play exactly the way he's supposed to. He's the most reliable guy on our team. So, things are good right now. Yeah. So, look. And he doesn't even have to be better than Trevor because we didn't pick him above Trevor. Right? He doesn't have to be better. If he's better, fine. If he's not, hey, we didn't have a chance for Trevor. So we don't have to live with any regrets. But if Trevor Lawrence and Zach Wilson are the two stars out of that class, I'll take it. I'm not going to give up on Justin Fields because I just think Justin Fields has got a horrible deal. There were people who thought Justin Fields was going into a good situation in Chicago. What are they crazy? The poor kid. He's in the worst situation I've ever seen. Justin Jets. Dolphins are the most overrated team in the league. They're this year's Panthers. Look at their games. They were absolutely crushed by the Bills and got lucky. Lucky versus the Ravens. They are very hurt as well. Well, Justin, 3-2. Man, 3-2 would feel really good, my friend. Whether they're overrated or not, 3-2 sounds so juicy. There should be a gum called 3-2. 3-2 gum. It's juicier. Because 3-2 would taste very juicy to me. Right? 3-2. How would that feel? We're 3-2. Yeah, we got some tough games coming up. But you know what? Green Bay's going to be coming back from London, and Green Bay look like crap. They don't have receivers. Who's going to catch a pass against Sauce and Reed? You're going to have to use their tight end. They got a quarterback, but they have nothing around them. There's no weapons there. We could beat these guys. If Zach plays the way Zach played, we could beat these guys. If Zach is the Zach we saw in that fourth quarter, we can play with anyone. He was 12 for 14, 128 yards, a touchdown. And the drive that Breece Hall's going to touch, so 2 touchdowns. You all know he's the real deal. We think, we hope. We certainly know it's possible now. Nobody could argue that it's not possible. It's possible now. We have reason to hope. We have reason to be excited. A lot of mistakes we got to stop making, though. Right, Mark? Right, Mark Reese? A lot of mistakes that we can't. Yeah, Flacco would have been dead 9 times. But right, Mark Reese? Mark Reese is a teacher. He knows about mistakes. You know what Mark Reese tells his students? He goes, guys, look, if you make a mistake, it's okay. If you make the same mistake twice, you're a half-wit. If you make the same mistake 3 times, you're a nitwit. No more mistakes. We can play with the big boys, but we can't make the mistakes. What's up, Clutch? Kansas City looking good. Kansas City coming into their own. Just like Clutch told us. They're going to be good. I'm looking forward to the San Francisco Kansas City Chief game. That's going to be a hell of a game in a few weeks. We have more hope than Princess Leia. Obi-Wan LaFleur, he did. What is up, Gino Italy? Gino Italy, he comes in like with the crew. He's got his sidekick guy, the tall guy who sits on the other side of the train, like, peace out, man. He comes in like the crew, takes over, hits up all the he hid and snuck around the parking lot as Jets content providers were leaving. There he was to say farewell. There he was. He's making people famous on his show. Forget about it. It's Gino Italy. Hey, the guy knows about cutlets. J. Cole doesn't know about cutlets. Gino knows about cutlets. Gino knows how to smash those cutlets and thin them out. Pound those cutlets, baby. And I told him before the game, I went on his show in the chat, and I said, AVT, got to move to left tackle. You got to protect the quarterback. And they knew not to laugh it off. But they weren't sure. You got to keep him in the same position, Chaos. You don't want to mess with the kid. And what did I say? I said, you got to keep the kid standing up. You got to protect your franchise. That's Zach Wilson. And the Jets surprised everyone, and they did it. Didn't surprise me. When Green Bean said, hey, that's AVT playing left tackle. Didn't surprise me. The only surprise was that Saleh was cunning enough. There was Grandizer. Payo Time is in the chat. He might still be here. I hope he is. I'd love Payo Time. He's my buddy. I feel bad that what happened to the Rams the other night. It did not go well. I never like to see that. It's not so much the Ram. I mean, it's Payo. He's my friend. I don't want him to suffer. But he did get a Super Bowl. So, there's only so bad I could feel for him. I mean, he got a Super Bowl for the love of God. We're the Jets. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's easy to say Fields is a bust, but there's people that argue with that, man. I mean, would Zach be able to play for the Bears? Who would he be throwing it to? Zach would look horrible, too. He looked horrible when we weren't protecting him last year. So I don't know. We can win 3 in a row. Miami, Green Bay, and Denver. We're so ahead of ourselves. They're all dog trash. Look, I would love it. That's what I'm saying. If we beat Miami and we go 3-2, then all we'll be thinking about is what the hell would 4-2 feel like? You know what I mean? Like, what the hell would that feel like? One game at a time, though. Let's beat Miami. Let's see if we could beat Miami. I don't know if they're overrated. I kind of like their coach. He and Saleh are very close. They believe in each other. I think we're going to have a very good rivalry with the Dolphins moving forward in the years to come. Who would have thought that little DJ Reed and Sauce were better than Arribas Cromartie? They might be. We're going to see. Sean McAteer, Guardian of Temecula. What say you? The Bears are a bust. Fields is not the problem over there. The Guardian of Temecula has spoken. Thank you, Sean McAteer, and welcome. What is up, my friend? I miss you, man. I've never met you in person, but I miss you anyway. I just want to see and hug you. I want you to grab my goatee like this, and I grab your goatee like this, and we shake each other's head like we're shaking hands. Like, that's it, man. That's what it's all about. Waddle with a groin injury. So you're talking about Bridgewater without Waddle? So they're beaten up, huh? Look, I'm going to steal this from Green Bean. Hey, man, I'm all about everybody being healthy. Am I doing Green Bean or Jack Nicholson? I don't know. I think Green Bean tries to be Jack Nicholson all the time through life. That's his secret, to sound charming and charismatic. Anyway, hey, man, But if they happen to be injured, skiddly diddly do, so be it. We just got to focus and win games. What's up, Jets fam? Yeah, it's the fam. George Bazala. What is up, my friends? Yes, let's beat Miami. How good would it feel to beat Miami? I forgot what it was like to win a division. I forgot what it was like. This is a good analogy. Yes, future Pro Bowler for sure. I mean, Hall of Famer. Pro Bowler in every position, Hall of Famer, the whole thing. It's all going to happen with AVT. AVT, these deals, these moves that are being made by Joe Douglas are just looking smarter and smarter. I'm telling you, we got our guy. I have a feeling Becton will one day come back, like next year, and everyone will have given up on him, and then he's going to come out and just crush it. And then everyone's going to look back and say, that's another win for Joe Douglas. Daniel Mahan, Justin Howard is playing. Justin Howard. Dolphins rest players during week. Sorry to disappoint you. Hey, man, I mean, look, it is what it is. Everybody has injuries. Teams have injuries. I'm not looking for, I want to just win. You know what I mean? Just like you, I'm sure you want your Dolphins to win. I mean, it's like, if I could say and wave a magic wand and say no team ever has injuries and we always play each other at 100%, I take that in a second. You know, so I don't celebrate injuries. But if you have a player that's going to miss 2 games, let's say, one of your good players like Xavier, he's going to miss 2 games, let's say, somewhere during the season. I'm not going to complain if it happens to be against the Jets. But the reality is if Miami's missing a bunch of players or they're banged up and they don't play well, and that's why we win, it's great for our record. It's great for Jet fans to stay in it, right? And feel like we're in it in December and have that great feeling. But it's not the way to progress forward and for us to become a great team and build a franchise, right? Because you're not going to sit there and just rely on the other team being injured all the time. But right now, where we are as a Jets fan base is, we don't care if people say, well, you beat this team and they didn't have them, and you would beat that team and they didn't have this player and they didn't have that player. Right now, we just want to be on December 1st. We want to be having conversations like this where our team is in it, no matter how it happened. And the rest of the league could say, oh, it's only because of all the injuries. They're so lucky. They played teams that were missing their best players. I don't care. I mean, not this year. This year, I just want to be in it. We want to feel what it's like to have a competitive football team. Moving forward, I want the Jets to develop into a team where we don't give a darn who's playing for the other team. I want the Jets to be great. You know what I mean? I want to be able to stand up there with anyone, regardless of who is hurt. Green Bean has a little Adam Sandler in him, but he has a little bit of Nicholson in him. He's like a Nicholson kind of guy, like coolness, like, dude, man, an expectation. You know what I mean, man? He has like that already superstar kind of high maintenance about him. Hey, man, you're being too negative for me, man. Be the way I want you to be, man. But he's also got some Adam Sandler in his humor. It's true. Skiddly diddly do. That's a very Adam Sandler type thing. He also likes to sing. So yeah. But Green Bean is Green Bean. You know what I mean? He's one of a kind. He's himself, and he's the best, and I love him. Jeremy, if you had one magic wand to bring back one player from the Jets this year, 100% healthy, who would it be? You're saying anybody from the Jets this year, right now? Wow. We didn't have Ronnie Lott in his prime, really, but he was really good for us the first year he was here, and that would really help the team right now. Nah, we'd go for linebacker, right, guys? Lance Mel, Mo Lewis. I don't know, maybe I'm crazy, but I'm thinking Mo Lewis possibly. What about Mawai, center? I'm going to need the chat to help me with that. What's more important? Would we want an offensive line? Would we want a tackle or like a linebacker? Because of the injuries to our tackles right now. Like, can you imagine if we could take any of our tackles from our history and just stick that tackle into the team right now? That would be pretty awesome. And then as soon as Dwayne Brown comes back and Max Mitchell comes back and Fant comes back, all those guys can compete to play opposite that, and it'll be kind of cool. Jeremy, next time you're in New Jersey and have to go to Clifton. Clifton, isn't there a White Castle in Clifton? Clifton Ruts Hut. They deep fry these hot dogs and have this special mustard. Not healthy, but delicious. Dude, you needed to tell me that before my trip to New Jersey. I would have made Nick Shine take me there. Nick Shine was like my chauffeur. He's like, where do you want to go, man? He would have taken me there. But Clifton Ruts Hut. Next time, Daniel, next time. I will try to remember that. Next time I go fly across, I will remind people in the chat. Hey, I want to say this before I forget. By the way, this is a pregame kind of thing because I'm going to go soon. Buffalo goes on in about an hour, I think, or something like that. I go back on in about 3 hours from now. Late tonight, I have this great guest. I'm not going to ruin it and give it away, but I have a great guest tonight. My co-host, Wicker Media Sports, will be there, or B Square. So we're going to have a great show tonight. We're going to get more analytical. I just wanted to have a time to check in. I feel like I was in Portland for the last 4 days. I feel like I was gone forever. So I just wanted to chat, hang out, talk a little bit. So that's just what's going on. The show tonight is not canceled or anything. Don't worry about it. I just did an impromptu show, but you guys know me by now. But before I forget, in Lot F this week, parking lot F, if you're going to the game, and you would like to tailgate and eat great food without carrying things and bringing things and going through the hassle, if you would like, you can just pay a nominal fee, a little bit of money, I don't know, $30 or something, but everything is done for you. This amazing guy named Steve, also known on Twitter as Sack Exchange, who is the CEO of the Jet Lounge, is moving the base, I guess, let's say, the Jet Lounge tailgate to Lot F as in Frank. So they will be there for the Miami game. The food is incredible. For those of you who don't know, Steve is... People were paranoid of this guy because they didn't believe they thought anybody that was so nice and did the things that he did, like giving stuff away on Twitter, had to be up to something. It was a scam. It was this and that. Let me tell you something. There is nothing scam about Steve, about Sack Exchange. Okay? This dude is the nicest, most generous, big-hearted human being in the world. Okay? This guy is amazing. He is such a good guy. He makes everybody feel welcome. He likes everybody. He's just open, and it's just amazing. He's such a good representation of the Jets and the Jet fan. No guy better than to be like one of the main faces of the Jet Lounge, and to have these things available to them, like the tailgate parties, and maybe next year, one day there'll be a game where he reserves the hangar again. However he does it, this is a great guy. If you're going to the game, go stress free. Just get a ticket. Take your friends. Go and say this is the best it will be. Go to Lot F. You can go to the Jet Lounge on Twitter and everything. They have a website and everything. It's easy to buy the ticket. Just look up Sack Exchange, send them a message, or Pat Dunn from the Jet Lounge, and go there. Hang out with Jets fam. Hang out with good people. The second you go over there, you're not alone. You're with other Jet fans. You can party with them. Have a great time before the game. So make sure you do that. No reason to carry a whole bunch of stuff and deal with the stress of cooking your own food or anything like that. So there you go. Green Bean will chop down a door with an axe in a hotel in the middle of a blizzard. He does look a little Game of Thrones-ish, right? Green Bean could have been like a Game of Thrones dude for sure. Like I could see him like at the wall, one of the guys at the wall. I smelled crack, and now they threw me on the wall, and I have to fight the ice creatures.
Sean, sure, healthy all year. Just one player on your current IR. Okay, you guys talking. That is fine, Sean McAteer. For everyone, I posted. Help open the conversation. Cool. Okay. Granted, there are no wrong answers. Just okay. Yeah, Grandizer is a good dude, guys. Remember that. He's the dude. Takes good care of me. Okay. Hot grill all day. I'm in Clifton, New Jersey. Hot grill. But there is a White Castle in Clifton, right? Or is that Cherry or something, New Jersey? Or I thought Clifton had that. But Big Green, how far are you from Harold's? Because I could do Harold's all day. Me and Nick Shine went there for breakfast. I didn't even know Harold's had breakfast. It was great. It was like the thickest, most amazing Taylor eggs and ham sandwich I ever had in my life. It was the first one I ever had in my life. And let's see, Jets Chaos membership perks. Oh yeah, you can join. You can become a member. Shockingly enough, nobody is a super snacker yet. $99.99 a month. What you know what you get for that? Someone was asking me, what do you get? And I kind of forgot what I put in there. This is what you get if you're a super snacker. The super snacker is you control the show, man. You tell me what to talk about, and I'll talk about it. You want to come on? Come on the show anytime you want. Nick Shine gets kicked out. I could kick out Adam. Y2K gone. Sorry, Y2K, you can't host tonight. The super snacker wants to host. Wicker Media, you'll have to sit on the sideline with everybody else, or maybe I'll make him that little square in the corner. Just joking. But really, the super snacker. So, you know, what that's there is for is you never know when you get like a multimillionaire. I'm totally serious about this. I'm not joking around. I did this with intention. I said, one day I'm going to grow the channel, and there's going to be some freaking loaded rich person who just doesn't care about money. And that person's going to see that $99 a month, and they're going to say, I want to be the highest level. I do everything first class. And that person will basically be almost like a partner in the channel. They'll do whatever the hell they want. And could you blame me? But hey, heavy snackers, again, I don't have enough to do it yet, but if I start getting some heavy snappers, private Zooms, hang out and have our own private conversations, pop in on the show once in a while when you want. I'll bring you on. That's $9.99 a month if you want to be a heavy snacker. You know, the $4.99, you get the emoticons and you get the shout outs and your chats get priority. And if you're a light snacker, you get the emoticons. And sometimes I'll mention that you're a light snacker and show you some love and appreciation. All right? All right. Yeah, man, it's hard. It's hard to wait between games, isn't it? Especially when you win and you start believing you have a choice of winning. Hey, Grandizer, we're not going to advertise for these guys anymore. Let's take them out of the lineup. I don't like them anymore. I'll explain later. But they messed with one of my boys. So the Jets joint is no more. I will no longer focus any of my time contributing to them. Not after what they did to my boy. They mess with my boy. I walk out. My time's too valuable. The time I'm writing those articles or I'm doing those podcasts, I could be chatting with you guys. So George Bazala. I think that was a Shining reference. Oh, green bean with an axe. I know, but still, to me, it's like Game of Thrones. Like Green Bean could have been with that redheaded dude, right? He could have been from Beyond the Wall. Like Green Bean could have played one of those guys. We're coming up the wall, and we're gonna take your land. That's our land. Can you imagine? And then Green Bean, like just like taking a deer that they hunted or something, some beast, and it's roasted, and he holds it up and he starts eating it. And it's like dripping off his beard. I mean, Green Bean is so Game of Thrones. Come on, so Game of Thrones. So I mean, he'd just be perfect for that. He definitely could have been in Game of Thrones. And if he was in Lord of the Rings, he would have been a dwarf. They would have had to done camera tricks to make him look a little shorter. But Green Bean is a dwarf. Come on. Green Bean is Green Bean, son of Gilmy, or cousin of Gilmy. Can you imagine him holding on to like the gold and everything? We're not sharing the gold. The gold is ours. This mountain has been run by dwarves for 300 years and will be run by dwarves for another 300 years. We never bow to an elf. That's Green Bean.
My axe. Anyway, guys, I'm going to get going soon. I'm going to start prepping for the show. Prepping, unless there's anything else you want to talk about. I was in Portland. I just want to say I ate some great food in Portland. I am not messing with you. I'm not lying. I'm not embellishing or exaggerating. They have more food trucks than the rest of the country combined, it feels like. It doesn't matter where you go in Portland, there's like these hubs. Like you're walking down the street and suddenly there's an alleyway that opens up and there's like benches and tables and like 10 trucks or 8 trucks or some have 30 trucks with tons of tables. If the more trucks, the more tables. And then they have like food truck bars. They're not bars, they're like trailers set up open with tables, and they have kegs and taps set up, and they do beer and then food everywhere, and they have TV set up so you can sit and watch a game. Right? Saturday, you could just go watch college football at one of these things, and you're surrounded by food trucks, like whatever you're in the mood to eat. And it's like it's just people gather there. So you're meeting everybody in Portland in your neighborhood. You're getting to just meet people left and right, sitting at these tables or going to the bar and watching it, trying new things. I went to this place for after I ate my Philly cheesesteak, which was pretty good. I went and went to a bar, and a couple hours later, I went back to that same hub because I saw a place that makes fresh waffles. And they take the waffle and they shove it in this cone box. And then so it's like a cone, but it's a waffle that's fresh, a Belgian waffle. And then they say, pick a flavor of ice cream. So I said, we'll just start simple with vanilla. So they put vanilla ice cream in there, right? Because I want the 2 scoops, right? And then they say, and then you pick, what the hell was it? Your topping, right? Or toppings. So I said, it looked like they were using real Oreo cookies. So I said, I'll do Oreo cookie. And they put a whole Oreo cookie on top, and then they smash a few of them to big chunks, and they put them on top of the ice cream. And then you could do a million other things, but I said, no. I'll just eat it like that. And it was amazing because by the time I was done with the ice cream, that waffle had like ice cream stuff soaked in it. And I just ate the waffle. It was so good. Yes, I'm still coming on tonight, man. This is not in place of the show. I just jumped in to say hello because once the show starts, I get my guests on, the people, they come on and they don't shut up. They don't shut up. You get a guy like Nick Shine. This is Nick Shine when he's talking. I have him on the show and he starts talking. To be honest with you. Oh, hold on, guys. I got to take a bite of my Meatball Hero. So, what was I saying, guys? Hold on one second. Hey, knock it off, all right? I'm your father. Knock it off. So let me talk about Zach Wilson. When he was 23, do I think that he should be allowed to go and sit in a diner and eat Taylor ham? Yeah, dude. But he shouldn't call. I mean, this is what I'm putting up with, guys. I don't get a word in edgewise, or something like that. I don't get a word in. I got Adam talking about the Rangers in the middle of the podcast, talking about the Mets. Jason DeGrom took a little bit off his fastball last night. Whatever, blah, 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 blah. 20 minutes later, I get a word in. So I have to come and talk now, and then for my show, I'm the moderator. I just let these three, whoever's on, I just let them talk for like an hour and a half. Right? Seems to work, though. But I got to have my time to talk, so I come in here by myself. And I talk. Still doing 10 p.m., everybody. Still doing 10 p.m. His name is Jesus Christ. What, he's stealing that from Bill Cosby? Jesus Christ. First 15 years of my life, I thought my name was Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, will you get over here? Just an early stream, guys. Just an early stream to say hello. I will be back in a little under 3 hours, 10 p.m. Eastern. I'll be here. By the way, Manscaped. If you want to use the Manscaped products, don't forget. Now's the time because you could type in green bean and get like 20% off. I love their products. My ears don't have hair growing on them out of anymore. I don't look I'm like I'm John Nolte's age anymore. I don't look that. I look like a young guy again because my ears are bald. My ears are bald. There's no hair. That's because of Manscaped. Just go to Manscaped, you type in Green Bean, you get the promo. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. Hey! Oh, hey! Forget about it. Anyway, later. Oh, one other thing. Go over to 49ers Chaos. Oh, it might be hard to find. I don't have enough sub yet, so it doesn't really pop up well. But anyway, 49ers Chaos. I'll put it in my description. There's a link. Maybe Grandizer can find it and put it in. 49ers Chaos. You might not like the content. It's me, though. I'm not betraying you, by the way. Okay? I have this dream. That I'm going to be able to retire in 9 years at 60. If I can get enough YouTube revenue to compensate the money I would lose in my pension for staying till I'm 67. So I have about 8 years, 8.5 years, a little over 8 years to see if I could build up some YouTube channels and make enough money to compensate that money and have that life. So I don't expect you to watch Niner content and stuff if you don't want to, but it would really help my channel get off the ground if you sub, right? Just give me subs. So I'm going to try to get my subs here to just help get my subs up on this new channel. So maybe it'll give me some legitimacy, and then I'll start getting Niner fans on there. I'll get some Niners experts and things like that, and I'll be on my way. 67. Wow. What happened to 30 or 55 years? What do you mean? Oh no, dude, I'm in California and I left and started late here. I basically get 2% a year pension. So if I stop when I'm 60, that's only like 30% pension of my salary. And that's just not enough at 60 because there's no Social Security. There is a little bit of 401k from my previous career. So I think 30% pension with the 401k, I need something else. So I'm trying to get some I'm getting so personal about this. So I need to get some like revenue, like trust, revenue. And I think I have a better chance of doing that. If I run my Jets channel, I'm not going to sacrifice this. This is my passion, man. This is my life. Okay. This channel ain't going nowhere ever. This is my life, this channel. Why can't I turn the right way? This is my life. Okay, guys? This is my dedication to this channel. I'm going to build this channel forever. But I'm also going to see if I can provide Bay Area people some good entertainment. I know a lot of people know a lot about the Niners. I feel like I know how to do this. I know how to moderate a show. I'm going to bring in some of those people, and I'm going to try to provide them with entertainment, where I looked at the Niner content providers and they're fine, but they don't do what I do. And I think those people will appreciate what you guys appreciate. They'll a place where they can talk and, you know what I mean, hang out. So I'm just going to do that. I'm not going to let it interfere with my Wacky Wednesday show. I'm not going to let it. I've actually been doing more videos. So you'll notice that I've been doing a video almost every day. So, that's it. Why is it upside down? Because we're 2-2, the Jets. And because we came back from 10 points down instead of blowing a 10-point lead. So the Jets turned my world upside down. Get it, Mr. Magic? Get it? Get it? Huh? Get it? So, hey. What is it? Can't do it, Sally. What does that mean? Can't do it, Sally. Is that from a movie or something? Jeremy, missed you guys at the opener. Where the heck were you guys? By the way, I had a bag of wise potatoes. Oh my God. I wish we would have saw you, dude. We were we moved around a lot. We started out at Nick Shine's tailgate because we kind of parked over there, me and Green Bean. Then we moved and we had to say hello to the guy at, the Jet Nation dude that Green Bean has been friends with, where he started his YouTubing, his podcasting. And then we went to the Jet Lounge, which at the time was in parking lot E, and we hung out there, and then we went to the hangar. And it was so many people I wanted to see. It was so hard to, there was a bunch of people I didn't get to see. I didn't get to see Joe Blewett either. I mean, because there were just so many people, I lost track of who I'm supposed to see, and I didn't know where they were. Or, so I hung near Matt O'Leary and Ryan, and Buffalo, because I mean, these are the, in Green Bean, I was with like four of the, these big time, the most well-known YouTube people, figuring if I stay near them, people are going to be seeking them out and finding them, and then they'll find me. So next time, dude, I'll tell you exactly where I am. I don't know. Maybe I could I'll go live on the channel, just, and yell out where I am or something, or make a community post. So anyway, we haven't done a new show. I admit, I got to talk to my brother. It's hard to get all three of us, and I got to tell them, I'm just going to film stuff and throw it on the channel for you guys. So, you can't just subscribe to it and then ignore it. Okay. I mean, you don't notice it, right? I mean, you hit the subscribe button and you never pay attention to it again. But I get it, man. I get it. Look, I live out here. I'm never going to love them like I love the Jets, obviously. And I'm being honest with them about it. But I'll probably kind of pull for them in the NFC. But if they ever play the Jets, obviously I'm going to root hard against them. I'm never going to have the passion for them. But I can still be a good content provider for them. I can still give news. I could still give takes. I could still bring in the right people, fun people to talk about the Niners, I could do that. And that's the idea. So I'm not going to pretend to be a Niners fan. I'm not going over there with a secret identity. I want to be really honest about it. You can, there's only one team in my heart, and that's the Jets. But and I'm not going to let that channel affect this channel in any negative way. I promise you that. If I'm live on that channel, it'll be on different days where I wasn't live on that channel in any way. So I am not switching teams, Jets. New York 102. I am not doing that. Heading to SAC in early May. I already booked a trip. Hope we get together. Of course we will, Harry. We'll meet at the Midtown Beer Garden. And we'll have a beer. All right? I already imagined myself hanging out at the Midtown Beer Garden with my friend Harry, drinking a delicious Bavarian-style Hefeweizen, or Hefeweiser, or whatever they call it. A Bavarian Hef. Kind of tastes like banana beer. Anyway, I'm going to go. I'll see you guys later. 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock, baby. 10 o'clock. I'm not switching teams. 10 o'clock. I'll see you there. Okay? I'll see you there at 10 o'clock. Harry, make sure you subscribe to 49ers Chaos just to look at my egghead. All right, guys. Take care. See you later at 10 o'clock. I will leave you. What am I going to leave you with? I'm not going to leave you with a banner. I'm going to leave you with some chaos. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Go. Amazing. That's my boy. That's my boy.
He breaks away from a sack and completes the pass for first down.
Kittle just may have made the most amazing catch.
He fights for the first down and gets out of bounds, too.
It's no good. Overtime. Oh, what a catch. How do you drop that? What are you, Jamal Adams? Touchdown.
This is a touchdown all the way.
He reached over the pylon. San Francisco beat Cincinnati.